Hey guys, this is Camfrey15 and the Red Wolf with another video for you.
Learning video. Too soon? Okay. Go on.
Well, as for my friend's lovely intro to the video, we're here to talk about Fire Force.
I'm not in the video anymore.
We're here to talk about Fire Force Season 2, Episode 3, which, can I just say, things are really getting to the point, like, right now. Like, legit, things are getting to the point. It's almost getting to the point, like, how My Hero Academia Season 4 just got to the point when the season started off. They're just getting to the point. They're not messing around. We saw a very gory scene in this episode, and we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, like, right now. They're essentially, like, going, like, racing, like, 200 miles per hour now. And we're here, and next week seems like it's going to be an intense episode. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Would you say it's the goriest scene so far in Fire Force, or that was just?
Oh no, that's the goriest scene in Fire Force, hands down. I don't remember any other scene from Fire Force Season 1 that was any gorier than that. That was straight up gore. We got a puddle of blood. We got a whole body almost ripped to shreds.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, okay, let's get to the episode. Let's get to the episode. Now, technically, I didn't really take a lot of notes for this episode, but most of the things I can remember pretty clearly because things were just hectic just to begin with. So anyways, the episode starts off where we left off last week with the first pillar talking to Shinra and stuff like that. It's a little bit of a recap. But then the first pillar kind of says, I've been just overlooking and watching things for a bit and stuff like that, which is creepy enough. And then Shinra talks to the Fire Force to the fourth company's captain, essentially like about what's been going on with the Evangelist, and apparently the fact that they have to find the fifth pillar before the Evangelists do, otherwise the Evangelists are going to try to recreate the crazy little day that happened, I guess, 250 years ago, the Great Fire or whatever, and they're clearly not trying to have that happen. Now, before Shinra asks, he also does apologize for what he did, but then the fourth, dude. What I found hilarious is the fact that the fourth captain of the Company 4 was like, yeah, you can feel sorry, but actually I enjoyed it. I got to see your Abdullah. And I'm like, okay. You are very, very hungry for fire or Abdullah burst.
I think the term is thirsty.
That too. We also do get revealed that the other guys in the little mascot costumes, they were being controlled from the one girl and the Evangelist, the one that for some reason can apparently see things with a crown stuck in her face. Don't ask me how. Don't even ask me how the one big black guy and her can see things with their faces being covered. What are they? Like some kind of sensing people?
Very creative name, Cam. Very creative name.
Anyways, like I said, Shinra also asked for Captain why he could see the Abdullah, and the captain responds by saying, "Well, it's probably because I came close to the truth in the Great Fire." So yeah. We also do get revelations. I don't know if we knew this earlier, but his granddaughter actually works for the sixth company of Fire Force, which was a pretty interesting tidbit. And they said, hopefully we can stay in touch and keep working together. So it seems like Company 8 and Company 6 have some kind of, alliance going on. So then we cut. Oh, can I also just say this? Now I didn't speak about this at first. Well, I think I speak a little bit of first on the first episode of Fire Force, but I'm really starting to get onto the groove of the opening, especially the first part.
Yeah, I like it.
The opening is starting to like legit get on me, like to the point I'm just like, okay. The only bad part is I can't find it on Spotify, so that sucks.
Not yet. I mean, you usually when openings like come out like I don't know, like pretty early, it will take a while until like people will start putting it on stuff like on Spotify and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's the same for me whenever I. Okay, go on.
Anyways, after the opening, we cut to the Fire Defense Agency building, where I'm guessing this is the headquarters for all the fire companies' places. So we see our good guy Obi talking to the Fire Defense Agency chief. We don't get his name whatsoever. But the Fire Defense Agency chief says he's talked to the other companies about what had recently been told by the first pillar from what Shinra said. And actually, even before we even talk about that, Shinra does apologize to Arthur for the way he acted. But then what I did find funny is that Arthur was like, uh, uh, you're not Shinra, aren't you? Because the Shinra I know would never say that to me. I just found that as a comedic scene.
Yeah. Isn't it the other way around?
No, I think it's exactly the way around. It seems like, from the most part, it seems like this season, I guess, especially the first half, is gonna be revolving around Shinra and Arthur, especially with the ending and stuff like that. So, yeah,
So pretty much Deku and Bakugo.
I guess you can say that. But like I said, they're just Obi's just talking about that, and what Obi's trying to do is trying to get all the other companies to work together on this one thing about the fifth pillar and everything. But the chief's like, well, yeah, we can try that, but the only problem is the other companies might not, like, I would say, think about or even believe that what you guys are saying is true in terms of the fifth pillar and the evangelists coming after them. I know for the most part, I don't know why any of the other companies would not believe what the Company 8 is doing, because the evangelists are a thing and the fifth pillar is a thing. So you'd think every company would be like, okay, we need to get on this. No, for some reason the Chiefs like, well, they might not all be. Now, I guess I can understand. Maybe they got other things to do and worry about. Like, I guess you can say, but who knows? Who knows where this is going? He eventually leaves because the Chief's like, well, just keep doing what you're doing. I got you covered. So stuff like that. I'm like, oh, so just keep being the undercover fire company agent or fire force company agency going on and stuff like that. So yeah. Um, anyways, this is when we get introduced to a new character to the Fire Force. I guess you can say for the anime community, since the manga has been going on for a while. But if Denzel would like to talk about Miss Pink-haired Inca.
Um, what can I say? When she first gets introduced, she seems like, I don't know, a normal schoolgirl with two other girls, and then all of a sudden we see we see her sniff like a little dog, and then she starts to run away, and then we see her true nature. Like she's able to pick up where the next fire is gonna start and stuff. And and along with her, she has two guys. What are their names again?
I know one was Panda, and I forgot the other guy's name. I think Panda was the fat one, but the guy who ended up dying later in this episode, I forgot his name.
May he rest in peace, I guess, even though he's not really that relevant. Okay. So yeah, the way she works, she saves people, but in exchange she asks for like money, I guess.
Yeah,
Is that how she works?
yeah. And what I did find funny is the fact that after they do the one job by saving the old guy, which when I was watching this episode mid-episode, I'm like, wait, she's helping people out, but then she's technically stealing from them for you're not even licensed to do any of this stuff. You're stealing from people. And it's funny because when they go back to the little park area they were at earlier and they split up the money, one, I found it funny how it's like, oh, we're gonna do a 20-20-60 split. And then the two other friends are like, whoa, wait, 20-20-60? That ain't fair. But then she's like, well, you do see, I'm actually the one who can tell that where these fires are coming. So that makes me more valuable. And they're like, oh, I guess you. Okay. You got a point there, which I found hilarious.
Well,
But
at least they don't argue.
oh yeah. And then what I did find interesting, the fact that her friends even mentioned, like, are you sure this is okay that we're doing this? We're technically kind of stealing from people. which I was like, that's what I'm saying. You're stealing from people and getting away from it and stuff like that. But she's like, well, regardless, it don't matter. I'm like, I'm still making money. So it actually comes to question, is she like a poor girl or is she like, I'm guessing some just kind of little crook. But in the description, but even in the last episode preview, they did say she's kind of a delinquent essentially. So yeah.
That's a good way. That's a good way to characterize her.
Also, she goes on to explain, I guess, more of her powers, which if we didn't understand, we get more understanding now. So she goes through all the facts that what a first generation, a second generation, and a third generation pyrokinetic user is. And then she's like, maybe I'm a fourth generation pyrokinetic thing. And I'm like, you probably are. You're probably like one of the first known fourth generation users, which, yeah. So, anyways, we find out what her ability is through her backstory. Now, I don't know how old she was. She looks like she was probably the same age in the flashback scene as she is now, maybe a year younger or two, but she looked the same height, if anything. And apparently, she was in this great fire of the city that was just on fire. And next thing you know, she just sees these little white lines going on. And as you see these civilians just run around, civilians are getting burnt, killed by this fire. And she's just seeing, all this fire stuff. And even before she talks about all this backstory stuff to her friends, she gets what I might say a little bit of a cuckoo. And her thing is, she tells her friends the reason why I like doing this so much is because I like it for the thrill of the flames and stuff like that, and putting myself in danger. And it's like, oh, so she's crazy, which explains why, if you see in the opening, she gives that weird, creepy looking face like she's evil or she has some kind of split personality. No, she don't have no split personality. She's crazy. She's crazy, like legit. So
I hate to be the one to bring in One Piece this time, but she reminds me of Pudding.
Pudding?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like I said, guys, I hate to be the one to bring up One Piece this time, because technically this guy is the one usually bringing up One Piece.
Uh-huh.
But here I am.
So yeah, when I saw this, I was like, oh, well, you're a Machiavist, aren't you? Which I'm guessing she likes fires for some reason. She just likes the thrill of somehow, I don't know, being in these dangerous situations when it pertains to fire. And even in the flashback, she starts getting that crazy look in her eye like, oh, I can see everything now. And stuff like that. So due to her power, she's able to get out of the fire and everything, which essentially how the powers work is she can see the fire, or no, actually what happens is she smells the fire first, and then she can see the little lines of the apparent flame that's going to strike. So she can essentially see the future, which is through smell. It's an interesting power. It's honestly one of my favorite powers in the Fire Force universe. And if you ask me, it's probably the most OP right now power you can get. Other than shows stopping time, little trick.
Would you say she is waifu?
Now the thing is, if she's waifu material if you're into crazy chicks. I like her design and I think she is cute, but when she goes to the craziness, I can't take her no more. So if you're into crazy chicks, I think Inca's your girl.
Say that to the many people who like Toga.
That's who you should have compared her with. She's essentially Toga, just we don't know what side she's going to.
Yeah. We don't know.
So anyways, this is where things start to get interesting. So her friends actually start to question, like, why are you acting like that? And she's like, oh, well, that's just me. Next thing you know, she started zoning out, and we see the first pillar in this crazy, like, I don't even know what type of shot. This crazy multiple color shot where the first pillar is like, oh, you're here. You're the fifth pillar. And then the fifth pillar actually contacts Shinra, well, indirectly, by saying, I discovered the fifth pillar. So then that's when Shinra goes into action. And then the evangelists are in the same city where she is at. And because Miss Radio Girl, or who I guess can pick up radio waves, she's able to locate her direct location. In the meantime, Miss Inca is seeing apparently these crazy flames that are going to be hitting the city like crazy. And she's starting to get into her little cuckoo, cuckoo. And she's like, over there, over there, over there. We're going to make a fortune today. So, yeah. And I think I'm going to take it to Denzel with what happens next.
Okay, so Evangelist shows up, right? Yeah, Evangelist shows up out of nowhere, and not really explaining to her like what she wants from her, saying to join them, and what I don't really remember word for word what he said to her. Like he said like they need her
because you're the fifth pillar for the 250 year something. You know, go on.
Mm-hmm. And then one of her friends, you know who, walked up to that guy, and the goriest scene happened.
And the way it was done, can I just say this? She sees the line of her friend on the line going on him. Next thing you know, it's an instant with a snap of your finger, boom, and the guy is laid out, arm, half of his chest gone in a puddle of blood. His friend and her, they're just like,
legit, my mouth opened wide when I first saw this.
So then this is when we get to the second part of Inca's powers, I guess, being developed. Her eyes start to light up like every other, you know, pyrokinetic person. And we see the line theme. But the interesting thing is there's this bubble that says start, and there's another bubble that says goal. She just kind of drags her finger, which, like you see in the opening, slides it down, and then it explodes when she gets to the goal part, and it actually attacks the guy, doing no damage whatsoever. But it seems like now her powers are awakening, I guess you can say, and it seems like now she can just attack at will if she feels like, I guess you can say, threatened. And I'm guessing essentially how this power works now is it's pretty easy. She just moves her finger with a start, and then it hits goal, and then the move is complete. So, and then the crazy thing is the opponent cannot see what she does. They probably just see her doing this crap, and stuff like that. So yeah. I did actually watch a funny review. It's like, well, if she were to join the good guys, it'd be funny if they gave her like a paintbrush type of thing, and she's just like with a paintbrush.
Oh man, these people.
Now, in the meantime, Company 8 is actually, they showed up earlier, but they're in the city. And we actually get a new added thing to Maki's little gauntlet type of power things, or little sputters like to have. And apparently now there's a camera which can oversee things. So that is pretty cool. So they are able to spot things out now and stuff like that. So my girl Maki upgrading and stuff like that. Now, they split into different teams. Shinra's supposed to look for Inca. Now, in the meantime, Inca's running away from this guy, and she's actually dodging the dude pretty easily because she can see where he's going to attack her. Although not the most flexibly, it's all regardless. Now, Shinra, he comes in, he kind of knocks the guy away, and the dude's like, "Oh, you're Show's brother. Well, let's party," essentially. And then Shinra kind of says to Inca, "You're coming with me, and you're under arrest, or you're coming into custody, or something like that."
Yeah. His choice of words, I don't think it's helping it.
Yeah, I was like, "Are you sure you want to say that?" Because Inca's like, you're not gonna take me into custody. I'm like, at first I thought she was gonna start attacking Shinra. I was like, you could have said we need to talk to you for a quick minute, and stuff like that. So then Shinra does this one move. This kick he kicks him, no damage. And he kicks him straight in his face. You just see like, I guess you could say burn marks, and that's it. And then the dude just punches him away. And I'm like, oh, he's he can take hits with no damage. And then Shinra does his little Spider-Man pose booster and thing. Still no effect.
Yeah, how strong is this guy?
I have no clue of what's going on, but it's insane. Anyways, the episode kind of ends off on a little bit of a cliffhanger, which I freaking hate. And that Shinra's like, I'm gonna be the one to stop you. So then boom. I was like, oh. So this episode is a really good episode. Really good episode. We get some development about Inca and the fact that she's a crazy bitch. Excuse my language, but she's crazy.
This is a PG-13 video.
But yeah, essentially we see that her backstory is crazy. I like her powers. She honestly might have my most favorite powers in this series so far. Unless something tops that, I don't know what else is my favorite powers because I like her powers. Like legit, you can predict where danger is ahead of you, and you can just boom. Okay, and then this is the interesting part, and this is kind of the discussion we're gonna have. Is since her powers are very, very key, she's a very important character to this story in terms of what she can bring to either side. If she goes to the Fire Force, she can actually help them probably take on the Evangelist much more better and predicts fires for coming way ahead of schedule before they're even supposed to be coming. Because she'll just smell like I can smell a fire coming. We need to go. But if she goes to the bad side, oh.
I think Fire Force is screwed.
If yes. And they'll have probably the most two OP characters in the show. In terms of show who can stop time, legit. He's hit on steroids. And you have Inca who can predict fire waves, which means you possibly can't even get a hit on her.
Possibly.
So what's gonna happen is intense, and from what we saw in the next episode preview, it seems like the little grunts of the evangelists are gonna try to take her captive and stuff like that. Now, Shinra does make a mention, like, I'm not gonna have this girl be like Show, where they, kidnap her and essentially put all these, I guess, religious beliefs on her and turn her into even more crazier than she already is. But yeah, it's crazy. Like I said, this episode was good. My thoughts were I like the character of Inca, and I think she's essentially like the Aerie of this season. She's like Aerie was. Who's gonna get her first? But I guess that's a race. We're gonna see things are gonna get hectic. So yeah, we're gonna see where this thing goes. Your thoughts on the episode, Denzel?
Pretty fiery, no pun intended. And I still have no opinion on Inca's character just yet. Depends what I guess it depends on which side she chooses.
Mm-hmm. I guess you can say that.
Hey, Mr. Winfrey.
Hey, Denzel.
Mm-hmm. That was my dad, guys. Anyways. Oh, I also gotta make a quick mention because one, for the people who watch the English dub of Fire Force, I think you guys are gonna be disappointed. Because this morning at 11 o'clock, I checked on Funimation. There is no English dub episode of Fire Force episode 3. So
Go on.
So for the English dub people, I don't know how long you're gonna have to wait till they put out episode 3. But you probably have to watch the sub version. But if you're only an English dub user, you're gonna have to wait, maybe longer. Now, I don't, I don't know why they didn't do an episode 3 for the English dub on Funimation. Maybe it's probably. I think it's probably because the first 2 episodes were already pre-recorded. Because there was like a huge Funimation con event, 2 weeks ago, where they showed the first 2 English dub episodes of Fire Force. So I don't exactly know when Fire Force episode 3 English dub will come on, but like I said, if you want to continue watching the storyline, you're gonna have to go to either Verve or Crunchyroll to watch the continuation. Just know you're gonna have to have a premium account to be able to watch those episodes as they come out. So yeah, that's really it of what we got to say about Fire Force. Any predictions for next week, Denzel?
I guess that neither of the sets are able to get Inca, and then we're gonna have to wait a while to see which side she'll choose. I don't know.
Okay, that's a fair prediction. You think she's gonna get away somehow? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
makes sense. But then again, they got Radio Girl who can just track her presence, whatever. So it's kind of a emergency that they actually get her right now. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. I have a feeling that Arthur's gonna fight the one, Radio Girl, because that's what the opening shows. So unless Arthur assists Shinra against Shafong, which is his name. So yeah. But that's really it. So if you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this Fire Force video. And then 2, hit that subscribe button for more Fire Force content. So till then, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Me and the Red Wolf will be signing off. So hopefully you guys are having a great, safe day, whether you're checking this video out day or night. And hopefully you guys are staying safe. So till then, peace.